Hey there, guys. Today I want to talk with you about eicosanoids. What is an eicosanoid? You probably don't already know, maybe you do. But eicosanoids are some of the important molecules that our omega-3 and our omega-6 fatty acids go on to become. So an eicosanoid is literally just a 20 carbon long fatty molecule. And again, I'm sure you've maybe heard of omega-3s and omega-6s, but eicosanoids are derived from those, and they're really important for communication between cells. They can be communication from a cell to itself. It's good to talk to yourself sometimes. It can be communication from one cell to another cell, either right nearby or even further away in the body. And there's different communication styles depending on whether the eicosanoid came from an omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acid. And we're going to talk about that and why that's important and why you should care. So first, let's just talk about an omega-3 fatty acid. What is it? Where does it come from? So there's a couple different types of omega-3 fatty acids. There are some pathways in our body where we can change different types of omega-3s to other types of omega-3s. And some people are really good at doing that, and other people, for genetic reasons or other nutritional, they just are not as good as converting the different omega-3s. So some type of the omega-3s we can get from things like hemp seed and flax, chia, and walnut. Those type of omega-3s need to be converted into a longer chain in order to eventually become an eicosanoid. Other types, like the ones that come from our fatty fishes, mackerel, sardines, salmon, things like that, those can already be used to make eicosanoids. So there's fewer steps when we eat the omega-3 fatty acids that come from like fish. Now, omega-6s, there's similar pathways. We get most of our omega-6s in the standard American diet from fatty meats, beef and chicken and lamb, pork, those things. Also some eggs and cheese, other different dairy products as well. We get a lot of our omega-6s. Okay, so that's what omega-3s and omega-6s are. Why do you care? It's funny you should ask. So we take these omega-3s and these omega-6s, these fatty membranes, these fatty molecules, and we use them to make what's called a phospholipid bilayer. Now, this phospholipid bilayer is basically all over. All of our different cells have these different membrane layers. Our skins have them. It's basically, we need divisions. You need to be able to say, this is this area, this is this area, and we can have different chemicals and different molecules in each of these different spaces because we have basically different little walls creating these barriers. So it's possible that we can pull one of these little fatty molecules, we can enzymatically grab that molecule, and we can then use that molecule to go be a messenger and to go talk, again, either to ourselves, not a bad idea, or go talk to other cells. So these literally can become little messengers, little postmen to go send some sort of communication. So here, let's imagine I'm going to pull one of these molecules, one of these eicosanoids, but this eicosanoid, as you can see, came from an omega-6 fatty acid, okay? Now this omega-6 fatty acid is going to go along and it's going to send a cellular signal to this platelet, okay? Platelets deal with blood clotting, so making sure if you start bleeding, you don't bleed too excessively. So this guy, though, this omega-6 eicosanoid, when it talks to this platelet, it's not very nice. It's literally like, yo, dude, sucker, clot, you're just not doing a great job. Hurry it up. And this little platelet's like, oh my God, I'm going to clot. Okay, I'm clotting. And it does so, but in the process creates some inflammation, and it can create even excessive clotting. It can be too strong. And, if you get excessive blood clots, those can be problems like strokes and heart attacks, not something that we want. Another example, this little eicosanoid, this little chicken guy can come over to this smooth muscle cell and be like, yo, smooth muscle. Say, for example, this is in the lining of a blood vessel. You need to constrict. I need you to constrict. And this guy's like, oh my God. Okay, I'm going to tighten whatever you say. You idiot. Okay, I'll clamp down. I'll do whatever you say. Just be nice to me. So again, you can have the blood vessel narrowing and getting smaller, which is sometimes really important to do to change blood flow. But when it happens with this little guy, it's a little bit excessive, a little too strong, and a little bit harsh. Well, what happens with this guy? So this is our little omega-3 fatty acid eicosanoid. So this guy's going to come over and he's going to talk to the platelet and he's going to be like, hey, how you doing? It looks like we got a little bit of bleeding happening and maybe you can help me out. And this platelet's like, oh yeah, I totally want to help you. That's amazing. Okay, let me get some of my friends. Okay, we're going to do the job. We're going to stop the bleeding. Great. So it happens, but it doesn't create this whole cascade of inflammation. It's not an excessive response. It's not excessively harmful to other cells and other tissues. We like that. What about the smooth muscle cell? Hey there, little smooth muscle cell. We need to change our blood flow. Can you constrict? Can you tighten up a little for me, buddy? Hey, sure, I'd love to do that. You're great. Yay. And they're all super happy. So we're able to change different functions in the body, but we're going to do it in a way that is basically the non-violent communication of cellular communication. When we have lots of membranes, lots of those fatty membranes that come from our omega-3 fatty acids. I hope that was super helpful. I hope maybe you understand a little bit more about how that works. As usual, none of the things I'm saying is medical advice. These things, as I just explained, can change the ability of clotting your blood. It can change the diameter, the size of your blood vessels. That can be some really important stuff. And as always, it's really, really in your best interest to consult a trained healthcare provider and learn more about it from them and make sure you've got the right recommendations for your particular health needs. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye.